Merry meet, and thank you for joining me once again. Being that you've clicked on this, I am sure that you're ready to start unlocking the secrets of cosmic upgrades and how solar storms relate to the spiritual upgrade process. It is a bit in depth, but it is going to be well worth your time and all the rest that I post. So, hint to subscribe to this channel and like this video and share it to anybody that you think is going to benefit from it. Because in the current age that we're in right now, being of the Great Awakening, absolutely everybody will benefit from understanding the process of spiritual development. Hopefully, by the end of this video, you can start seeing the sun through some different eyes. There is a divine plan that things like this come along at very specific times to help awaken the next wave of beings to help in our collective ascension. I am so glad you're here and can join me as we embark on a cosmic detective mission where we connect the dots between cosmic events, our inner energy, and the amazing upgrades that happen to us during processes like this. I want you to picture this. You're meditating, channeling your inner Buddha, and it feels like nothing can interrupt the peacefulness of this moment. But all of a sudden, you're hit behind the eyes with a crazy headache that explodes like a supernova. Your sleep schedule vanishes faster than a politician's promise, and your emotions are doing a synchronized swimming meltdown worthy of the Olympics. You have achy joints, you're stuck in neutral, you don't feel worthy of the title of functioning being, and you're starting to wonder what is wrong with you. Does any of this sound familiar? If so, do not blame it on Mercury. It's not the problem this time. There is a bigger player in town that is packing some serious energetic heat. And chances are you've heard a lot about it recently. But before you start building the sun shield, know that these solar storms might not be here to fry our circuits, but to ignite our spirits. So let's explore together how these cosmic bursts are shaking things up on a physical and metaphysical level. Get ready to dive into concepts of the human body as a biological supercomputer, decode the language of cosmic consciousness, and discover how these energetic shifts are pushing us towards a new paradigm of oneness. So buckle up, because this isn't just about learning some cool facts. It's about understanding ourselves as powerful, interdimensional, and interconnected beings, navigating a thrilling evolutionary journey. This is a magical time. So I want to help you make the most of it. Let's start connecting the dots. If you've felt recently that the universe is hitting you with a cosmic combo of headaches, insomnia, extreme hunger, or loss of appetite and emotional chaos all at once, and it feels like you've woken up on the wrong side of a black hole, you're not alone. And that's got to count for something, right? This might even describe what has become such a regular occurrence to you that you just think it's part of who you are. But it hasn't always been like this. So these weather space events aren't anything new. And I can guarantee there was a time where you didn't feel like this. So I invite you to look back even a little bit and see when feelings like this peaked for you, and then look into what space weather was happening at the time. Were we having massive solar storms, or what moon phase was it in? Were there specific astrological events? What is your own numerology in terms of how even this year has and is going to play out? Or your biorhythm? There are so many different factors that can influence all of these feelings. It's not just you feeling crappy for the sake of it, especially if you've also then taken the route, like many of us do, of seeking out some medical help to try and find out where you've got imbalances or what is going on with you. You and the medical field have all scratched your heads and felt a lot of frustration not knowing what was happening. There is other reasons, other causes for this. And when you can tune into things like solar storms and just how powerful they can be on your system, then you can help the process and directly integrate these energies a lot smoother rather than being in a bit of a push-pull game with them and not understanding what's really happening. Solar activities often are not necessarily a driving force, but an instigator of spiritual processes. Generally speaking, because this era has become known as the Great Awakening, and with good reason, that means that a whole lot of people have suddenly become more receptive of these upgrades and therefore also susceptible to the physiological effects of this process. And often, if they haven't gone far into their spiritual journey yet, and this type of activity serves to more create that spark to ignite the spiritual fire and longing to take that journey, then what's going to happen first is they need to do a lot of clearing and purging. And there's a lot of imbalances in the system that often mean they will feel these shifts more dramatically. The biggest part that they'll probably feel are the energy slumps. And maybe you can relate to that. But regardless of where you are at on your spiritual journey, stick with me through this video because I will look into this process from all different angles and you're bound to get something. Share your experiences in the comments and let me know if you've made a connection between these types of events and your own symptoms. And by doing that is really helpful for other people going through this process, that they can see that they're not alone, and that other people experience these things as well, that they're not just lazy or going crazy. That rhymed. But this is legitimate and their experience is validated because you've taken that time to share yours. And that's a big reason for me doing videos like this. So please take a few moments to talk about how you experience these shifts. And we'll continue to look a little deeper into them. And hopefully this serves to fill in some blanks as to why you feel the way that you do. Because lately, these what the hell moments have been happening a lot more, especially as the sun throws some serious tantrums with huge solar flares causing massive fluctuations in the electromagnetic field of the Earth and all life forms that it sustains. But is all what really meets the eye. You probably instinctively know that there is a massive connection between these physical and emotional happenings and activities on the solar front that have gained some notability recently. But do you know how these energetic waves are pushing humanity to a heightened state of consciousness? It turns out these fiery outbursts might not just be messing with our tech. They could be giving us powerful, systematic upgrades. We all like the sound of that, surely. But sometimes that's not a smooth process. But these energetic bursts might actually be triggering your ancient star memories, unlocking dormant abilities like telepathy or channeling wisdom from higher dimensions. Okay, so no real surprises there. You probably knew all that already. But I want to do a bit of a deeper dive into the connections between these physical and metaphysical phenomena and leave you feeling empowered and excited for the potential of transformation during solar storms, because we are in for a lot more of where that came from. And hint, there's something deeper at play, a cosmic dance beyond the sun's fiery breath. Though our sun does have a big part in the upgrade process, as it too is a conscious being that sends out energetic pulses that resonate with our own energy field, because it too, like humans, is another cog in a bigger, intricate, and divinely guided system. But we'll get to that. These aren't just solar storms. They're more like cosmic wake-up calls. The universe is pushing you to accelerate your mission. These energetic bursts are fueling your light work So embrace the challenges, as fun as that sounds, and watch your impact expand like a supernova.